everyone, Raj here from AskTheCarExperts YouTube channel, and today I want to go over the Teslong Professional Inspection Camera Video Scope / Borescope that I'm also going to be giving away. The question is, are these inexpensive Chinese inspection cameras worth the money? Let's find out. All you need to do to enter to win is leave a comment and tell me how you would use this Borescope. First, I'm going to go over all of the details of this inspection camera, and then I'm also going to show you multiple uses for this inspection camera. The great part about owning an inspection camera like this is that you always find a reason to use it. What's nice about this particular one, and Teslong really is a great brand for inspection cameras, and they make a lot of different ones. It's nice to have it separate and not the ones that use your phone. I mean, I have a nice big phone, which is a good screen, but you know, a lot of times the phone ones are difficult to use, or they have to be plugged in, or you're relying on Bluetooth. With this, it'll record right to the internal SD drive. Now it comes with the USB. Obviously, this has an internal battery. The battery is a 3000 milliamp battery, which is about 4.5 hours of runtime, and it has a 32 gigabyte memory, which is located right here on the side under this cover. This is also where you would charge it, and here's our micro USD, which actually, well, it's not micro, it's small. But it is a 32 gig memory stick that comes as part of this Teslong kit. Now this particular one comes with a 16.4 foot cable. So realistically, for automotive, this is huge. But it is nice to have a longer cable. You can use this for a lot of different things. Wall inspections, going down into your sewer pipe. Don't worry, I'm giving this away, so I won't be sticking it down my toilet or in any odd orifices. I'll let you guys take the plastic off, whoever wins this. We're just gonna use it as it is. It's nice it comes with an easy to install adapter end right here. Let's take a look. I'm sure there's a key right on the top, so it needs to face this way right here. We'll just rotate it till we get the right spot, and then go ahead and screw that in. And then we're ready to rock and roll. Now this does come with a light on it too, which is pretty handy, I suppose. You could actually use this for a flashlight in a pinch. I don't know why you would, but you could if you wanted to. What I like about this particular one is that the cable has a lot of solidity to it. So I can put it into whatever shape I want, and it's not going to flop around on me. So it's going to stay nice and solid. So if I'm inspecting inside of a frame, I could put it into a certain shape to feed it through, and then hopefully be able to see what I'm trying to see. Now this Teslong does not come in its own case. It does come in this box, so I would just keep the box and keep it stored in that. Some of the other models actually come with a nice hard case. This one is just in this foam housing. They do give you some adapters, which actually, I thought the adapter is pretty good. This is, you have a hook, and then you have a magnet, and realistically, oh, it must be aluminum, huh? It's not my aluminum magnet, or I'm using the wrong end. The magnet, it's still aluminum. The magnet is relatively powerful for such a small magnet. So I noticed this when I was just checking this out. If I drop that, and I found it with my Borescope, that's gonna hold that. So such a small magnet, but definitely plenty of power. So when you drop your 10mm socket, you can find it. You know, I was just thinking, I'm gonna give this away and then realize I need it, but it is what it is. I already said I'm giving it away, so good luck to everybody. Please remember to like and subscribe to AskTheCarExperts YouTube channel. It is not required to subscribe to my channel to be entered to win. See the description box for all the official rules, but it is appreciated. I'll let you guys peel off the tab and everything, so I'm gonna leave everything on, so whoever wins this, it comes in relatively pristine condition. Well, let's get this turned on. You just press the power button right here. And there's our Teslong logo right there, and there's my garage right there. Now, this is a waterproof down to IP67, I think it was. The camera and cable are all waterproof. Obviously, this section here is not going to be waterproof, so if you're working outside in the rain, you're not going to want to get this area wet. I'm not too worried about leaving it on because it does have that great runtime of over 4 hours. Now, this particular one has a front camera. There we are right there. Has a front camera, and it also has a side camera. This is not a triple camera, this is a front and side camera. But what's nice about this, and you use this button right here to switch between the front and the side. There's the side camera. You can actually do dual screen on this. So you can have front and side. And there we go. That actually is dual screen. There we go. Now we can see the difference right there. So it's nice. You can be trying to see where you're going, so you can actually see in the front area right here, and you could be looking downwards at the same time. So this would make a really good inspection camera if you're looking down inside of a cylinder and you're trying to see the valve on one side and you can see the piston top on the other. Now this does have 7 LEDs and you can adjust the brightness. You can turn it off. Sometimes it's better to have the lighting off when you're actually looking for something or doing an inspection of something because of that reflection of the light. But it does have 7 LEDs. This does record in 1080 HD. And you can see I have the front and side camera there. And you can see pretty far away with this, but what I find for an inspection camera, one of the most important qualities is how close you can see things. Because one of the reasons that I use this at work is to read labels off of transmissions and other components that are not necessarily accessible. All right, just a quick example of how good this works. Check out the detail on this screen. So I'm just going in, I'm using the front and the side screen, just checking out this coolant port right here. And you can just go in and you can see what direction you're going forward and to the side, which is really awesome. I love that. So I'm all the way in there and you can really check out the details that you can see close up. All right, everyone, I'm under my Z3 and I need to check the serial number of my transmission. So it is tucked up in that corner up there. It's very hard to get to. This is one of the main reasons that I like to use a borescope, especially if you need information off of a label. So I'm just gonna bring my scope up here and let's see how that looks. Right, so now I can see that I have a GM transmission. I can actually see the serial number. And this is one of the most important things about having a scope like this. That's why the distance that you can see clearly is really important with a scope, because you want to be able to see that nice and close, clear, crisp image, especially when you're trying to see something like a serial number on a label. You know what's kind of cool about this one is that because the cabling is so stiff, I could actually set it up like a little stand right here, and it was just a little bit easier to get the shot. So again, this aspect right here, we're gonna see if we can read the fine print. So that's nice and clear. There's a little bit of reflection from the light, which I can turn off. And there we go. Now the light is off. I can get to, man, that's really, really close. And I can still read the fine print on this label. So that's something, to me, that's really an important aspect that you're looking for in a borescope. One really important thing that you're going to be doing with a borescope is checking inside the valve area. So this would be to check around the intake ports to see if you have any coking or carbon buildup, and to take a look at the valve stems in that area. Funny story, I've actually seen cars that have come into the shop where rodents have stuffed the exhaust full of things like nuts, acorns, and dog food. So that's another good use for something like this, is that you can stuff this all the way in. I don't know how much reflection we have because I'm outside here. So you can go all the way into the baffle on this to check to see if you have any debris or anything inside your exhaust. Here's another great use for an inspection camera. So I need to check to see if my timing chain has failed, because I have an issue on my N20 engine and it's rattling. I could take the borescope, go right into the oil filler, and I could actually take a look. Here's my timing chain right here. I can see where I'm going straight to. I can see the back. So I can check to see if my timing guides are intact just by going in through the oil fill. You can actually see quite a bit, and you can see how clear that is. So again, you got to say Teslong did a great job with the camera and the quality of the video. And on this particular N20, the chain guide actually is intact. That's not why this engine failed. How often are you working in the engine bay and you accidentally drop your 10mm socket? Oh, son of a gun. I can't believe I just did that. Oh, there it is. So there's my socket right down there. Now that I know where it is, I can put the magnet on and go ahead and retrieve my socket. Here's yet another scenario that I found I've needed a very good borescope. I've had rattle noises coming from under seats when you're driving forward and reversing, and you're zoom-dook, zoom-dook, forward and back. So on this car, I don't have that noise, but we're gonna see if we can find anything. So coming down under the seat on a BMW, you can see right here, this is where the vent is. So there actually is an air vent under the seat. And I found iPhones, crayons, toys, lots of different things, pencils, you name it. It's been under here. I've actually found a customer's ring that they lost as well, which we returned to that owner once we found it. So there really are automotive uses aplenty. You can read barcodes, serial numbers, get an eye in those impossible spots. You drop your 10mm socket, no problem, you can find it. Amazing details because it has a really good camera and a very good screen. So you can look in exhaust, body panels, internal engine. You can check for carbon buildup, timing chain inspections, fan nose bolt inspections. There's a recall coming up on new BMW owners with the N52, so watch out for that. You can save hours. Time is money, and this is going to save you time. All you need to do to enter to win is leave a comment and tell me how you would use this borescope. Now I would have to say this Teslong Borescope is definitely worth the money, so I'll put a link in the description box if you want to check out the specific one, but Teslong in general does have a lot of different borescopes for different applications, some with smaller heads. This particular one would be good for automotive and home inspections because of the length of the cable. Thanks for watching everybody, and please remember to like and subscribe to Ask the Car Experts YouTube channel and watch for more giveaways to come. I'll talk to you guys soon.